Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Brick Travy, and today we'll be taking a look at set number 76304 with 909 pieces, the Batman Forever Batmobile. Now, this is the Val Kilmer version of Batman, so he took over the role of Batman from Michael Keaton, and arguably it's one of the worst Batman movies ever made. The villains in it were kind of very weird. Not kind of very, like they were very weird. I do believe Jim Carrey did a good job with the Riddler, but Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face was just kind of all over the place. And plus, I probably would have rather seen Billy D. Williams as Two-Face. I think he would have been a really good Two-Face. But going off of that, looking at this Batmobile, the price range for this set is $99. So it is a $99 set, and which means that with after taxes and here in the U.S., it's probably going to be about $100. I think it's wonderful. I think it's appropriate. I think the price per piece is there. I think you have a good minifigure. It's a good display. I mean, honestly, it could be a good playset. And I love this style and size of Batmobile. I think it's the perfect size. So not saying that I don't love those big $200 plus Batmobiles or Bat vehicles of any type. It's just that this size is more, I think it's more, adheres to a bigger audience because it's more affordable. You know, not everybody can drop a couple $100 on a Batmobile, but at least this one, you know, it's in that price range where it could be a bigger birthday present or a bigger set. So I just think this one opens the opportunity to sell more. And if they sell more, they'll make more. So that's something, my opinion personally. Now, as far as the movie goes, this is one of my least favorite Batmobiles, but I love how this one looks in Lego form. I think it has some trans clear pieces, it has printed pieces, and I've already built this set, and there are some things that I definitely don't like about the build, but it's manageable. So let's take a look at the back of the box here. So we get a really cool shot of the Batmobile in the Batcave. We get a good look of the figure and the stand he comes on, as well as the dimensions of the Batmobile. So nothing much there. Inside of the box, we have the Batman Forever logo, and then nothing much on that side either. So pretty bland box, so to speak, but nonetheless, it's okay. So of course we have Val Kilmer in the corner there. So let's get this thing out and kind of see what we think about it. And here we go. Like I said, I already had this thing built, and it looks absolutely spectacular. I have a really cool way of displaying this one, so I'll show you that at the very end. But starting off, I think the build was great. It wasn't super complicated to put together, so that's always a nice thing when you're building Legos, that you're not going to be kind of frustrated with super advanced building techniques. But let's go ahead and take a look at this minifigure here. So we do get the kind of grayish figure here. This is the suit from the end of the movie, like the sonar suit. And I will say I have absolutely no idea. Like, that's one of the reasons why this is one of my least favorite Batman movies ever made, because it makes absolutely no sense. Like, what is the purpose of this suit? Like, I think he uses it for like a half a second to see where they're located, and that's it. So he makes a big deal about, oh, it's a prototype and it's not ready. Well, I think it was like some cut in the movie that explained how to use it a little better. But yeah, this was not a good suit for me, so it didn't really do it for me. So the print on it is pretty good. There is no back, there's no like special back printing. It's just his muscles. Let me just take it off so you guys can see it. So it's just some muscle, looks kind of like some bat wings back there. And then you have that chest print, which is just a silverish. You have two faces. You have like an angry face and a more calm face. I feel like the Val Kilmer one is more like a not really angry type. He's more of a calm and collected one. So him having an angry face doesn't really do it for me. If you ever watch that movie, he's very like, oh, like very, like I said, so accurate character. I think that calm and collected is probably what's best. So I do believe the stand is nice. I mean, it's got some translucent window pieces to kind of give it like a futuristic look to it with that Batman Forever logo. So I'll have this little figure on display just like this because I think it's just a cool thing in its own right. So let's get into the Batmobile. So this is a wonderful design by the Lego designers. I mean, they really put themselves in overdrive to design this set. It's got really cool curves on it. It's got translucent pieces. They use these curved tile pieces to kind of give it that round look to it. So it was very, very nice. And I know in the opener I was saying this is more of a play set, but this is 100% a display set. It is not a play set whatsoever. If you're looking at it here, you know, inside of the interior, that's an even better representation that it is a display set because that is not minifigure scale. I mean, I'm sure you could fit a minifigure in there and just let it sit in there, but it's more representation of just showing the seats. There's some wheels and stuff. I said it's very, very, very nice. So something that I kind of get frustrated with all Batmobiles is that every Batmobile, the windscreen slides forward. It slides forward. So we have gotten sets in the past where it has that sliding function. Now, since this is a display set, it'd be really nice to have that sliding function so that you can be more accurate to what the source material is. But it's not that big of a deal. You get the side profile with those translucent blue pieces to kind of give it that look. Because like in the movie, it's like it has this little swirling thing. I mean, I think that's one of the things that this movie did away from the previous two is it made it more comical, if that's the right word. Cartoony is I think cartoony is the word I'm thinking of. Rather than the previous two, which was more practical. So these two had a weird, like the last two movies in that series had a weird little take on it. So I do like that rib cage look. Oh, that just popped off. Wow. That's just I hit it with my hand. But yeah, so that's how those points, they just attach right there. So it's nothing too serious. Look at the backside. I think this is one of the few Batmobiles that do not have a flame function coming out of the thrust there. Because, like I said, I think this is more of a display set rather than a play set now that I'm really starting to look at it after building. So, I would rate this Batmobile probably a 7 out of 10. And I really like it. I know I keep saying that I really like it, but there's a big, big, big flaw for me, and it's this big fin on the back. So I know why they do these fins. It's supposed to make it more bat-like, a bat wing, but the attach point is awful. This is probably the most critical part. I'm going to slide it forward so you guys can see a little better. But this right here is how it attach. And that is the only attach point. So see how floppy it is? So you press it into place, and that is all that holds it into place. So I guess, you know, with gravity, you know, it's really just hanging there. But the way I have this set displayed personally, it does not work. And like I said, this is a play set, so it's not meant for child's play, I guess. But if you were going to play with it, that will fall off very easily. So that is probably like one of the biggest design flaws personally I have for this set. Now, a set as a total, this is probably an 8.5 to like a 8.75 for me. I think it looks wonderful. I think the price is really, 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 really manageable for something like this. And it's that mid-range Batmobile. I think they should do more Batmobiles in this price range, in this size, because it looks absolutely fantastic. I think this might be them pulling away from those big, really expensive Batman vehicles because, you know, they're not. I think they're popular, but they're not as popular as I think this one will. I think this one will sell extremely well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the Batman Forever Batmobile. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more fun content like this. I will see you guys in the next one. So I know I just said I would see you guys in the next video, and I think it's really funny because I normally just cancel the video, but I said several times I would show you how I'm displaying this particular one, and why I didn't like that fin. So this is my Batman mural that the Salty Brick got for me earlier this year, and I have a little command strip hook up there. So you can see that they have like these Technic bricks in there. So I took it and I just hung it on a brick. So it stays up there, and you can kind of see what I was talking about with that fin. So see that attach point and how it just flops over? And it took me a while to get it where it wouldn't stop flopping over. So that's kind of what I was talking about with display, and I understand that that is not how the Lego designers intended for this set to be displayed, but you can kind of see why I have some disappointment about it. But I think eventually when I get more Bat vehicles up there, it'll look really great. And I just got to figure out how to make this, there it goes, to stay in that position without falling over. So this is the real end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed that little snippet there, but I'll see you guys in the next one.